sweetheart. So we are now here in Lanzarote. The capital is Arrecife. And we are going on a tour today. The bus is waiting for us. Akin na.
The first one.
Enjoy your test.
Well, I'm going to introduce you our bus driver. His name is Miguel, and I ask a big clap for our bus driver. Aha. You understand later on why I'm asking a clap for our bus driver once in Timanfaya National Park. Hi, my name is Stefano. Have you ever visited Venice? Let's begin our short but again intense excursion. This is Lanzarote. This is the capital, the modern capital. Modern capital means that in the past there was another capital situated in the internal side of the island called the Geyser, a lovely colonial style. This is a little island, just 807 square kilometers, so more or less half of Fuerteventura. Fuerteventura and Lanzarote, they are just 12 kilometers separating Lanzarote Fuerteventura. It is a geographic separation in any case, because geologically these two islands are sharing the same geological platform. So they are just separated in this moment, in this period, in this climatic period. In every stop, in every station, there was a volcanic activity. After that, between one station, so one eruption, and the other, there are often hundreds of meters, even kilometers. Yes, that's the way, more or less, we have to understand, imagine this fiction. Okay, fracture, more or less like the underground. Every stop, every station, volcanic activity. Tack. And the underground follow a direction. Follows a direction. An angel or a devil? A devil in front of us. This area is called Las Montañas del Fuego, the mountains of fire. So we are surrounded by lava. Lava, lava, and lava. There's a curiosity. This kind of fragmented lava, science calls this kind of lava using a word having Hawaiian origin and onomatopoeic sense, meaning. Imagine having a romantic, that's to be romantic, barefoot walk onto this surface. I give you 5 guesses. According to you, what do the Hawaiian people call this kind of lava? Lava i, o, a, u, or e. What do you think? Anyway, they call this kind of lava a. So even books or documentaries, you hear about lava a lava, a lava, you know, more or less. Fragmented lava. So effusive activity, we are surrounded by lava, 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 and in front of us, strombolian activity on the left. Thin material that has been projected up to a few hundred meters. Basically, you see two colors, black or towards red. Towards red means the oxidation, the iron component. We will share 3 experiences, result of a geological phenomenon called by scientists. Once there, we'll get out of the coach. Be careful because it will be inclinated, and all together we'll cross the road and we'll begin our first experience. We'll form a circle. A companion will pick up just in front of us thin red material. you're going to receive it, and you'll feel, you'll see.
Surprise.
Surprise. Surprise. The second experience, you see scrub bushes burning again rapidly as a result of the hot air. And finally, an artificial geyser. Take a video if you have a chance. You'll have a nice memory. Luego cuando nos paramos,
Turn around then. Oh.
Lasting uno. Okay. Let's try with Christian. The red color is always result of the oxidation, the iron component. Have a look at surprise.
Surprise! Exciting. Oh, it's warm. It's warm. Mainit naman talaga eh. Uy, sabi mo, uy, mainit eh. It's a hand warmer.
Temperature a few centimeters under. You see that scrub bushes will burn rapidly to be sufficient contact with hot rocks. Okay, gracias. More than 250 degrees, a few meters underground, 2.5 meters underground.
Ay! Wow!
Temperature around 400 degrees. It's going to pour water down the pipe twice, the second time the entire bucket. You have just to count 1, 2, so ready, steady, boom! Okay? Nearly 400 degrees, 10 meters underground. Dos horas, qué suerte.
Yo siempre intento hacer dos. Si no se puede porque hay mucha gente, pues hago uno, pero si se puede hago dos.
Gracias.
Porque que hay veces hay muchas guaguas esperando y con uno ya es suficiente. Okay, be ready?
That's scary.
Second one, huh?
Hey, good job. Wow.
This is an artificial, but at the same time natural oven used to cook part of the food. Okay, temperature just on the top is around 200 degrees. Have a look. Toilets for women.
Ooh, they're making chicken. Wow.
Right, so enjoy your adventure.
The island of Lanzarote, which extends over an area of 807 square kilometers, is of volcanic origin. This island rose from the ocean some 25 million years ago as a result of the accumulation of material from repeated eruptions. The area of Timanfaya National Park we are now visiting, within the confines of the Fire Mountains, is located in the southeast of the island and comprises but a small part of the 172 square kilometers covered by volcanic debris during the eruptions of the 18th and 19th centuries. Between 1726 and 1730, frequent earthquakes and loud underground rumblings caused panic among the population of the interior, who fled, seeking refuge in geyser and Arrecife. The eruption took place towards the end of the summer of 1730, on the evening of the 1st of September. The events that then occurred were recorded in the manuscripts of an exceptional witness, the priest of Geyser, Don Andres Lorenzo Corbello, who wrote, "Between 9 and 10 o'clock in the evening, the earth suddenly opened near Timanfaya, 2 leagues from Geyser. During the first night, an enormous mountain arose out of the heart of the earth. The flames, which came out of its apex, went on burning for 19 days. This signaled the beginning of the most important period of volcanic activity in the history of the Canary Islands. It lasted for 6 years, with phases of varying intensity, during which streams of molten lava registering 800 degrees centigrade and enormous showers of ashes destroyed every last vestige of life."
Have a look on the right side. The mantle of the Virgin. Look, the profile. Will be a moment when we see a woman. Just now. It's the lovely secondary volcanic vent.
Yeah, that's the vent.
The Timanfaya eruptions belong to the fissure category, which means an enormous fissure several kilometers long opens up, allowing vast amounts of lava to emerge in the form of molten streams. This lava fills up depressions in the ground, leveling out the terrain to leave an almost horizontal surface. Cones form from the accumulation of volcanic material around emission areas. Lava flows dominate the landscape, despite the sight of large amounts of cones and numerous eruption exits. An endless amount of lava tongues sprout from craters which join up, intermingling with each other to form an immense sea of lava, which occupies an entire quarter of the central part of the island. The lava flows stretch all the way from the volcanoes to the distant coastline, reaching up to 20 kilometers in length at certain points. Upon entering the sea, they caused gigantic columns of vapor to rise, the lava mass forcing the waters to recede, thus considerably increasing the surface area of Lanzarote. Whenever people believed that the fires in the volcanoes were dying out, new fissures opened up and the eruptions regained their former intensity. This was recorded by the priest of Geyser as follows. On the 18th of October 1730, 3 new openings formed on top of Santa Catalina and from other outlets, from which thick smoke emerges and spreads over the entire island. At the same time, huge quantities of lava and ash are being scattered over the surrounding countryside. The explosions that followed this phenomenon, together with the intense darkness produced by masses of ashes and smoke covering the whole island, caused the inhabitants of Geyser to take flight several times. The lava streams and showers of volcanic grains totally destroyed around 30 hamlets, besides causing serious damage to another 20 small villages. Large areas under cultivation were also destroyed, together with crops, barns, water catchments, pasture lands and livestock. The inhabitants of the affected area were gradually losing hope until they finally left, moving to other parts of the island or even further afield. It is estimated that almost half of the population of Lanzarote had emigrated only 5 months after the eruptions began. At one stage it was even suggested that the entire island be evacuated. This part of the island, which consisted of small, isolated and thinly populated hamlets extending over the entire region, suffered complete devastation. Their names were Tingafa, Mancha Blanca, Santa Catalina, Peña Palomas, Maretas, San Juan, Jaretas, Timanfaya, Testina, Rodeo and Mazo.
So, doesn't it look like another planet? Incredible, huh? Really incredible. Little vegetation covering rocks is lichens. Lichens, ubiquitous kind of vegetation. We can find lichens everywhere. North of Europe have enormous dimensions, nearly 2 meters. So now in a moment in front of us we'll see 2 cones, 2 volcanoes. They both belong to Timanfaya period. They were not there before Timanfaya activity, of course. If we consider the center of each one, look in front of us and this one on the left, we can easily say that there were 2 eruptions 500-600 meters away from each other, no more. We're going to stop now, and on our left side you see the floor, the bottom of a cone. Look, lichens. We have to imagine this lava river advancing, following the geography of the soil, territory, ground, and lichens. Fragmented lava, so characteristic lava, a lava. And have a look now on our left side. What a lovely view. I think that probably you have already visited Tenerife. Yes? Right? Probably another excursions or holidays. Have a look on our left.
Oh wow.
Going to see better now. Of course, these are little volcanoes, nothing to compare with Teide in Tenerife. But again, every little cone, every little volcano means one eruption. So there was an eruption. Oops. So all the material surrounding us, generally speaking, is called basalt material, which is the most common kind of volcanic material on our planet, particularly the bottom of the oceans. Look there. It's jutting out. This kind of material, cooling down as a result of the contractions, often create hexagonal shape. I remember in Ireland, Causeway, lovely place. And in front of us, it is more or less just like Mother Nature left this area. What they have done? Clean, projecting, asphalting, creating the volcano trail, giving us the chance to get there with the coaches, where the most interesting places to be visited. I tell you that there were more than 30 eruptions, so we can imagine that there were material covering other material, and then other material once again, depending by the geography. And the lava surrounding us is smoother. It is called Paoeoe. It is another name having Hawaiian origin. Normally science, the origin is Greek or Latin, but there are a few words having Hawaiian origin, because this kind of phenomenon has been studied for the first time there.
The Macizo del Fuego, at which we now find ourselves, was the epicenter of the eruptions and is 525 meters high at its summit. This volcano was covered with slag and ashes from the 18th century eruptions, but at its crest one notices that the surface of the older section is not completely covered up by the more recent lava. Such areas are known as islotes, islets, and are home to much plant and animal life which survived the volcanic catastrophe, gradually expanding into the newly created substratas with the true eagerness of the colonizer. This complex structure was created after emissions shot out from dozens of different openings along its length. Erupted fissures opened at the base of the volcanic massif, through which numerous streams of molten lava flowed. From the epicenter of the fault, volcanoes of great sculptured beauty extend eastwards and westwards, such as the Corazoncillo, considered one of the most spectacular examples of the entire Timanfaya area. No sign of life, except for lichens blanketing the rocks, whose coloring enhances the black lava. This changes at night when millions of insects scramble among the rocks, hunting for food in the form of organic matter transported by the wind. As there is no earth, there is practically no plant life, except in a few isolated spots where yellow dust has accumulated as a result of dust storms in the distant Sahara. These occasionally cloud the atmosphere above Timanfaya, showering particles on the ground, creating a layer of dust of up to 2 kilos a square meter. The last eruptions on Lanzarote took place in 1824, following a preparatory period of 10 years, during which numerous earthquakes of medium intensity took place. This eruption commenced close to Hilario's Isle, Volcán Nuevo del Fuego or Chinero, and spread along an eruption fissure parallel to that of Timanfaya, its lava streaming out above the layers of those of the 18th century.
The moment in front of us, lovely, using fantasy, a lot of fantasy and creativity, we can see Florida. There, just in front of us, after the restaurant. A few kilometers after the beyond the restaurant. Okay, so the path is just on our left side, 400 meters back and forth. Okay, you got 20 minutes. You have another lovely surprise.
This is our second stop, which would be a 400-meter walk, is what I said. And there would be a surprise when we get there. But even here, on my right side, is already a surprise. See, it's so pretty. Come on. There's another surprise when we get there. There's a green lake. Look. Doon tayo. Lipat tayo doon. Sige, lipat tayo dito. It's the green lake with the ocean. divided with the black sand. It's unique. So pretty. So we are on our way back to the bus, but before that, we want to touch the water down below with the black sand.
Uy, panidaan.
It's cold.
It is.
And this is our last stop. Last stop to our tour. Dapat yung may background tayo.
Ang tamis nga.
Cheers tayo dito. Gusto mong video mo? Cheers!
Tamis? Sino ka?